Hello everyone. Happy Saturday. Saturday, August the 9th. We are going to make some 3D projects today. When I put out a poll and our post asking for ideas, someone did ask me regarding requested like some party favor boxes, that sort of thing. So I'm actually going to create 2 different boxes today because there we go. Okay, I'm in the right spot at the right time. We got some people popping in. This is awesome. Okay, so I am going to create 2 different projects today. One in lieu of yesterday, which would have been day 19 of 25 days of lives, and then today is actually 20 days. Can you believe it? 20 days already. It's crazy of live. So I'm excited to bring to you a couple fun little boxes. One is a very simple, classic, easy box, but I'm going to personalize it a little bit. And I got this idea actually right out of the catalog. And I've got some daughters that are going to be turning, like this can't be possible, 29 on the 12th this month, my twin girls, Sarah and Katie. So I'm going to do one in each, 2 different colors of a classic box here that I'm going to be using to put some things in for them. And then I've got another box which is called a falling box. So that one's going to be interesting because I have not made it for quite some time, and we're going to see how that one turns out. Okay, excellent. Oh, I'm glad Judy got Happy Mail today. That's amazing. I mailed tons of Happy Mail last week, so it should be like just scattering across Canada in last week and this coming week, which is fun. I love that. So my name is Sue Phillip. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Victoria, BC. I just finished, I'm a little flushed. I finished my exercise this morning and thought I would pop right on here at 9. We're going to create a couple, like I said, 3D boxes. And yeah, I have got a couple things to show you. I'm going to be doing, Pat God, double Happy Mail. Oh my goodness. I am going to be giving away a couple fun folds live today. So I will give away, let's give away 3. We're going to give away 3 today. It's Saturday. 1 for yesterday, 2 for Saturday. So we're going to give away 3 fun folds. And I actually have the fun folds. I'll show you what the July's fun fold was. Everyone's packages are headed out to them, and if you earned that fun fold, I already sent you yesterday in your email, you will have the full instructional video. So I'm going to show you what they look like, and I'm going to be sending videos to 3 other people that win today, and I will pop your fun folds in the mail this afternoon. Okay. Oh, there's Margaret. I have to tell you guys, I had the honor of having a lovely visit with Margaret and her friend Lucille. And this is the second time we've had a chance to meet in person. And I tell you, we had a great visit, some good laughs, and just, I just loved it. So thank you, Margaret, for meeting up. I'm actually going to be meeting with someone else who I have met through lives, and that is Dawn. I believe I'm going to be meeting this afternoon. So I love it when you happen to fly by Victoria, you let me know. We can meet up and, have a coffee, have a chat. It's good. Connect. It's perfect. Okay, so we're going to head down to my workspace, and you will see I have got some pretty papers. I have got, this is, I do believe, Calypso Coral. No, sorry, Coastal Cabana. And then I think this one is Freesia. It was out of, I just picked them out of R in color. It's hard to tell with these tones, but I think this one is the Fresh Freesia. Let's see. Yeah, Fresh Breezes in here. So this is from the Subtles pack, and it is just some really pretty patterns. Look at all of those. I love the subtle colors. They are so beautiful. So we're going to be using these two to create our fancy little boxes today. One is going to be for Sarah, one is going to be for Katie. And I think I'm going to do Sarah with this blue color because she does like that color. And then Katie, I'm going to do some pretty flowers. That's my plan. But first, I am going to show you what you could be winning today. Oh, Margaret. You know what? It does. Margaret's checking in a comment that it feels like we've known each other forever. It is one of those things, isn't it? Yeah, we just get together, we chat, and it's like we've been doing it forever. It's awesome. Okay, so this is the fun fold that is in these little packages. I've got a couple ready to go. Like I said, we'll do 3 of them. We're going to do one actually right now because you guys are here. You're here on time. And so we're going to give one of these away right now as we get started. I'm going to go for comment number 10. Okay. And if you are not within Canada, I can at least send you the video, and I will give you all of the measurements and stuff so that you can create them. Okay. So we are going to go for it. Gail is starting us off with number 1. We're going for number 10. I'll check back in a second in the comments. I see where I'm at now. But this is the fold that is in there. All different colors. Like there's different combinations of all of them, but they're all different colors. But this is how they work. So it sits like that. And then when you open it up, it opens like that. So this was the fun fold for July. So if you happen to place an order in the month of June, that was $50 or more, and or you perhaps won a fun fold here live. I used a variety of papers and shapes. This is the Nesting Essentials. Love that. And then the Wildflower Birthday. So cute, right? It's a fun fold, and it is a fun fold. And it's actually easier than you think. And yeah, you can do so many different like shapes. Doesn't matter what shape you cut out. It's nice when you have one that has a nesting matching die to it, because then you can layer them up like that, but you don't have to. And you can use any papers. And the nice thing is you do get to feature some beautiful papers. This is just one of the paper packs, and this is the opposite side of it. So you actually use a 6x6. This is a 4 by 5.5 or 4 1/4, and then you use the extra piece here, and then you use the strip that you cut off here. So it's like almost like a 1-sheet card fun fold, because the only thing that you don't use on this card, I have them. Where are they? Let's see. I sent out, this is just for this card. This was a 6x6 sheet I started, but this was the only piece that's not used out of the 6x6 on this card. And as you can see, I mailed out a variety of colors. So this went into my little gathering of scraps, and I will figure out a design with these fun papers for sure. You'll see that coming up, because I could not throw them away. They're all the exact same size, different colors. That just screams like beautiful fun fold to me. Okay, so that is what is in this package, and I'm going to give away three of them. So let's see, I'm going to go back to, I got to go all the way back. Sorry, there we go. Whew, there was a lot of comments that just went flying through. Okay, and I was going for 10. I know exactly where I was. Wow. Okay, that's where I was. Okay, so we started with Gail. And there we go. I love it. They go in order like that for me. It's perfect. Okay, so we have Gail. We have Carol, 2, Judy, 3, Lori, 4, Sheila, 5, Lori, 6, Linda, 7, Barbara, 8, Josie, 9, and Tracy Taylor. This one is going to you. Congrats. I'm going to get out my pen. I marked them up right away. Let me see. I my pen on here. We're just going to do it on this. This will work. Yeah, this will work. Tracy T. All right, perfect. So Tracy, that one is going to you. Okay, we'll give out a couple more in a little bit. Okay, that's the first thing that I wanted to show you though. That is the fun fold that you're getting. And I'm working on the next fun fold. So if you place an order in July, I will be shipping your fun fold for August. If you place an order this month and we have our in color sale going on, then you will get a fun fold for September. So that's the way it works. Okay, it's just my little appreciation. Okay, I'm going to go over. These are the 12, oh my goodness, look at this. These are the 12 different layouts and designs that are for the Gallery Blooms. I did post that. I had finished the video. I finished the full PDF. It is not, unfortunately, everyone was just like, yep, send me the PDF, send me the video. It is one that it takes me all month to create the class like this, and the PDF takes well, it took me probably about 4 hours to create, as well as the video 2 to 3. So it is not one, it is one that is in my PDF store. It's not one that I just kind of send links out, because I have got many ladies that signed up for the class, paid for the kits, and we do a live Zoom, and we do, or they work with the PDF video, or we meet in person. So it is one that is in the PDF store. So if you did drop a message in that feed, I did send you the link to the PDF store where you can find that one, as well as like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. So there is 8 different months in there. But they are classes that, yeah, there are ones that everyone ends up signing up for and registering. All right, so let's get to our little box that we're creating. So this is a fun story, fun little share here. So many years ago, I just found this on, as I was clearing through some stuff this last week, I found this sheet, and I was looking for a 3D project. And I was planning on making this basic box, because my plan is to, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to make. Normally I don't, I make you guys wait, but I'm going to show you. It is in, it's in with all the dies, I think. There it is. I am going to create some fun little boxes like this, one with a K, one with an S, for, of course, my Katie and my Sarah. So, and then I'm going to fill them with some of their favorite things, and that is going to be part of their birthday. That is on August the 12th. So, I think Sarah's working today, so hopefully she's not watching as I'm making this. But we're going to start with a 8x8 base and a 6x6 piece of pattern paper. So I love this design because you can use tons of your sheets of 6x6 and make all different beautiful designs. You don't have to personalize them with the letters cut out. I'm going to do that because I have the party letter dies, and it's going to be for specific people, and I thought it'd be fun. They can see through it. I'm going to do a little window sheet. Or you could do a frosted look. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Then they can kind of see a little bit through it. Maybe I'll do a frosted look. That might be pretty. Well, you guys can help me decide that part. And then, I mean, you've got 8x8 is easy. You can cut out of just a standard piece of cardstock. You could match the colors. I'm doing a neutral bottom to it. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do a pattern as well, but I'd like to do the box in cardstock, the base of it, because then I have something that's more solid. Okay, so let's get out our score here, and we are going to start creating, okay? So thank you everyone for joining me, and like I said, thank you for, yesterday Like I said, I had a busy day. I've also been busy at work as well. And then I come home and I did the PDF the night before till probably worked on it till about 1 in the morning. And then finished it off in the morning. Then I had a lovely break, which was nice. Went for coffee. Then came home and taped Funfold, taped the video for the class, and finished off the PDF. Then send it off to everybody. So by the time I was done, and the state of my craft room was in such disaster that I'm like, I just have to regroup. So I didn't relax too much, but I got a lot accomplished, which is what I needed to do, so that I actually had a clear space to create today. Oh my goodness. It has been, I should have taken a picture, right? It's been a whirlwind. It's been so fun creating every single day, but I've been creating. No, I did all that yesterday. This morning, I slept until 7. Yeah, I slept until 7:30 today, and then I did my workout. Yeah. No, I'm taking it slow today, which is great. I'm going to get back, though. I have got some other projects that I have to work on today. And I've got my fun fold. We're doing a fun fold tomorrow. There we go. Spoiler alert. We're doing a pop-up gift card holder fun fold. That's what we're doing tomorrow. If you want to join me tomorrow at 9, that is what we're going to be up to. Okay. So I'm scoring all the way around the edges, 2 on every side, 2 inches on every side. Okay. So the size of this box is going to end up being 4 inches, which is a pretty good size. I can put some good little treats in there for sure. Then I'm going to take the top, and I'm going to do this at 1. Now, I have found that this box is going to be exactly 4 inches, right? Exactly. So what I want to do is I want to make sure this is to be scored 1 inch all the way around. But what I like to do, if I'm going to do a lid and a square lid and a square top, is I like to make sure that the lid isn't going to be exactly 4 inches as well, because then it's almost going to be too tight to go onto the box. So this is where my technical smidgens come in. I know. So we're going to go to 1 inch, and then I'm just going to pull back a smidgen, like not even a 1/16 of an inch. But when you do that on each side, it's going to give you nice clearance for the box to go on, and the lid's not gonna buckle the sides of the box. Okay, so we're not even pulling it like less than a 1/16. Okay, so we go to the 1, and then like not even a 1/16 of an inch. Okay, and that just makes this size in the middle slightly larger, a smidgen larger than 4. Okay, so it fits on there nice. So again, just bring it back just a little bit. So that's your first tip if you are creating homemade boxes. I don't know if you ever make a box and you follow the measurements exactly. You go to put the lid on the box, and then what happens is it's like too tight, and the sides are kind of caving, buckling in. Okay. There we have it. I think that should do it. That's going to be beautiful. Okay. All right. Oh, I have to do the other one. Okay, I'll quickly do this one too, because I got to make one for both. Okay. So again, I'll do this one quick. 1 back a smidgen. 1 and back a smidgen. Like that. Now, is there anyone whom has created homemade boxes before? I mean, some of you may be new to crafting. If you're new to dropping by and joining our little community here, let us know where you're watching from. We always love to hear. Okay. Good morning, Michelle. So we do have people here from near and far, which is amazing. We love that, bringing everybody together. But yeah, if you let me know, have you had the issue where you have made a box and you try and put the lid on and the lid is just too tight and the box sides end up all buckling? Okay. All right, let's see here. We are going to get out my paper snips and love making boxes. Almost, okay, just a little sidetrack watching. I made a little box yesterday. Perfect. Okay, so I am going to do, I call it like a pinwheel cut on these. So sometimes when you create a box, you end up cutting in from one side and then you cut in from the other side. I'm going to do it slightly different for this one. And you may see this one done. I know it's so frustrating, Janet. She knows the pain of making and it doesn't quite work out, especially when you're using good papers. It is frustrating, right? So hopefully that little trick of just not even a 1/16 of an inch moving it will help you. Okay, so I'm doing the pinwheel cut. So I'm cutting here, then I am rotating and I'm doing the same cut. This is on the score line. Okay, so I'm basically keeping my scissors exactly where they are. I'm rotating the paper around and I am cutting up to the score line, the intersecting score line there. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then we are going to, I like to trim it down a little bit. I like my big scissors for making 3D. Just feels wrong if I don't have them. Okay, so then I cut a little shimmy. We've done smidgens. Now we're doing shimmies. A little shimmy to the right, shimmy to the left. Then we're gonna cut back the tab a little bit. See that? There we go. I'll shimmy here, then we'll shimmy there. There we go. All right. Okay, and that just makes it so that the tabs aren't so bulky. The tabs aren't, I didn't do that very even, but that's okay. So we're going to do the same here. And we are going to go all the way around. Just doing that one cut. Like that. Then we're going to do our little shimmy in. You know, people didn't know what we were doing. They think we like in a dance class or something. The dance of the cardstock. Okay. There. There. Time to get back to it. Yes. Well, it's one of those things, little boxes. It's one of those things when you have the occasion where it's like, oh, it'd be so cute to have some little boxes to, whether it's for party favors, whether it's just little tiny gifts. Like this is going to have a few little goodies in here for each of my daughters. And then, you know, just fill them. It's just cute to give us something a little bit pretty. Okay, we're doing the same with the lids. Now I do have, maybe I feel like I'm warming up because as some of you know, I have 2 daughters that got engaged. One April, one June. So the next 2 years, we've got one wedding each year. So I have a feeling that I might be perhaps creating, I'm hoping, creating some fun little boxes to put something in, little party wedding favors for, you know, shower favors, all that fun stuff. I'm excited. First one is in almost 1 year, next August, and then one the August after. So we secured our first venue. We got to wait a little bit for the next one, but yeah, it's exciting stuff. And so there will definitely be some fancy little boxes and stuff made, right? Okay. Good morning, Carol. Everyone's hopping on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so this is just project 1. We're going to do a falling box after this one, because these are going to go together quite quickly. But before I just want to score this so that I can see exactly lining up wise for personalizing these little boxes. Okay, so there is the lids, and I'll get to the personalizing part in a second. And then we have to decide whether I'm going to put vellum through the little window or whether I am going to do a window sheet. Last year, well, maybe it was a couple years ago, my mom and dad wanted to, it would have been a couple because they were still in their house. They were wanting me to do, you know, they wanted to give something to each of the grandkids. They wanted to give a little bit of money to each of the grandkids. So we ended up making for her like a little 4-inch box. I think it was a 4-inch box, and then we made one that was like 2.5, and then we made one that was just like 1, and we stacked them on top of each other using different, it was like a tower of boxes, and then we did a little ribbon on top, and we did a little something in each one. They had like a treat in the bottom, they had a scratch and win ticket in the next one, and then they had their money in the top little box. But it was a very cool way to present like a simple gift, right? So you can really get creative with it. What I'm going to do next is I have to get out my dies that I'm going to use to personalize these. So I'm going to use the party banner dies, and they have got, of course, all of the different letters on them. So I'm just going to grab those. I've got them here ready to go. And I've got my window sheet, and I've got my machine ready to cut them. So we have got the alphabet party. And because this top is, I need a K and I need an S. Because it is, there's my K for my Katy bear. That one's going to go in here. And then I need my S for Serafina. There we go. So I'm going to cut those out, and then there will be an S cut out of them. Now, after you cut out your letters, you have different options that you can do. You could also do fancy little boxes where you took one of our stylish shape dies and you cut a small square out of the center, like, you know, those fancy baking boxes where they have the window in the top. So you could do a circular window, you could do a square window. I'm just happy to do letters for the girls. So I'm gonna cut these out, and then I may use the letters that I cut on another little project for them. We'll see. Okay. There we go. Just gotta make sure it's straight, centered. That looks good. Okay. Okay, this is fun. Okay. Let's keep it straight. So there is our K, there is our S. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Okay, then I think I am going to go with vellum. So we do have our window sheets, which are just clear. Let's just see. You guys can let me know. This is what vellum is going to look like. It's going to be kind of frosted, so that they can kind of see what's in there, but not quite. Okay, so that's what the vellum will look like, and you can still see through it, right? But it's just if things are inside the box, you're not going to be able to see them completely right away. Or we have our window sheet, which would be just like a clear. Okay, so a clear little window, or do we go with a frosted little window? That's the big decision that we have to make today. Frosted or not. Clear or frosted. What am I going to put in there? You know what? There's small little letters. Maybe I will go with, I'm going to go with the window sheets. Why not? We'll go with window. So to do that, what I'm going to do, this is a 4x4. I need it to be smaller than that so that I can adhere it to the underside, right? Frosted. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 frosted right now. All right, frosted it is. Frosted it is. Okay, let's do the frosted. So we want to clear. All right. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna do the frosted. We had 4 frosted right away. So we're gonna make this 3 or 1/4 of an inch smaller, and that way I can attach it on the inside. Keeps it a surprise. That's right. Okay. Here we go. And then we're going to attach it underneath here. So to do this, I'm going to use just a little bit of tear tape, I think. Because I'm using something that's slippery, I don't want to use glue because then it would make a messier little look to it. So we're going to just go around the sides. I could take some liquid glue and I could use a little dauber and go around the edges, but I don't want to take a chance of it getting into an area where you're going to see it through the actual letter. So we're just going to go like this. Okay, there's our S. That's so easy. Put our little K together. 2, 3. I mean, you could just use glue dots if you wanted. I just don't want to take a chance of the little window sheet coming untacked and then just falling down, right? So this will secure it in there well, a little bit on each side. And just pop it in the middle so that you're not going over the score lines to create the lid, right? Okay. All right, so there's our S, there's our K. Very cute. Frosted does keep it a good surprise. Now we're going to put our boxes together. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to use, I think, the tear tape for this part too, just because I want to make sure that it is going to be good and solid. So I'm actually going to be taking the tabs and tucking them on the inside. So I'm going to flip this down and I'm going to put my tear tape on all 4 of the tabs like that. And I like it to be secure, so I'm going to do a little bit more here. And then after I get these made, they're going to look really cute. I may end up decorating. I'll show you the photos again in the book. They've got some flowers. They actually kind of did their name on it. Just written on a little white piece off to the side with a flower and a bow. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to finish decorating them up, but I do have some pretty leaves I could put on, I think. Yeah, we'll see. I might go through and find like the perfect stamped image for each of them to stamp and put cute little things around their names. So I will post the finished one before. Like I might see, I'm going to see if I have a little bear or something I can put on Katie Bears. Sarah is a huge, her animal that she loves is an elephant. So I'll see what I'm going to see what I can find. Might have to go into like my old stash of things. Okay, see how easy that comes together? And it's nice and clean. Okay. Do this one. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit more, before you actually put these boxes together and while they're still flat, you could definitely stamp images onto the actual cardstock when it's flat. This one, it's going to have a pretty lip of the pattern paper that's going to go around it. But if you wanted to just use, if you want something that's like super secure, a little more sturdy than this sort of designer paper lid, you could do a cardstock lid if you wanted to, and you could just stamp images on it. You could do embossed images on it, right? You could heat emboss some pretty images on your on either the base or on the lid. Okay, there we go. Look at that. I'm gonna add little bits. The amount of, I think it's because I've been creating, like I said, with something different every single day for, well, this is, I didn't create yesterday, but believe me, I made a big enough mess yesterday. I gotta just fold my tabs here. But for the, whatever it was, 18 days before that, this has to go in a bit, that's why. Is it cut all the way to the tab? It is. There was bits and pieces of all the last projects all over the place. So, you know, when you get to that state, you know when it is, when there's scraps and bits of so many different things all over the place, you have to reset, tuck everything away. I had to get all my emails and everything else kind of done, so then I could get back to just enjoying creating, right? Now for this one, what I'm going to do, this is another thing you can do, is you can just stick it onto the box like this and just kind of have a little look and see how it's going to fit. See, that looks like that is going to be a, let's see, a good fit. That, yeah, see, that's perfect. There's no buckles. That is going to be a perfect fit because we ended up doing that little tiny smidgen when we were, you know, pulling it back just a little bit as we were doing the score lines for the lids. So that worked out well. Okay, I need to tuck that piece in, so I need to put my glue onto the good side. So it's going to be tucked. Such a pretty color, isn't it? Colors, that's going to be another big decisions for weddings, right? Colors, themes. Don't have my glasses on, so I'm hoping this is measuring up okay. Looks pretty good. There we go. Yeah, so for tomorrow, see, tomorrow is going to be, for those of you who are doing, hold on, did one not adhere? For those of you that are doing the Gallery Blooms Zoom, or even just registered for that class, you should have, as of yesterday, let me just see. Oh yeah, that's a perfect fit. See? That fits perfectly on there. You will have the link if you want to join the live Zoom. You will have it in your email, as well as you will have the link to the full video for the class. I already pre-taped that yesterday, as well as the PDF ended up being 11 pages this month, just because I added in all the extra designs. And I'll show you the ones that are on the PDF. I'll show you all the designs. So if you want to just do the PDF video option, you can find that in my PDF store. I've had a few requests come in, and doesn't matter where you live, because I just convert it to whatever currency. There we go. Let's see. See, look at that. Perfect. Whatever currency is current for you. And that is how we do it. I send you an invoice in your currency. Okay. So for the PDF video, so it's like a 11-page PDF. It's a full instructional video where it's like I'm creating with you. It is $17 US is what it ends up being. Okay, so I have all the different months in there. All right, so there is, aren't those cute? And I do love the frosted. That's perfect. So, I mean, I could do some beautiful leaves, you know, onto the boxes. These are left over from those cards I made with all the leaves. So I could do some beautiful leaves kind of down one side with a little flower and a little bow. I got to kind of work through what I'm going to put on the top of them. But it's actually ends up being a good size. And this is with your 6x6. See? And you got a nice little edge to it. Adorable, right? Okay. I didn't think I needed the letters. I know. I think it's going to be great for like bridesmaid gifts. Just all that fun stuff, right? Or custom little boxes with the girls, like an S and a T for Sarah and Teresa, and you know, M and a J for Molly and Jason. It's going to be perfect for the whole wedding seasons that I've got coming up. So that's one of the main reasons why I got them. But I've also made some slimline cards during our 25 days of lives that I loved. Yeah, so okay, so that is project number 1. Okay, project number 2 was this falling box that was in here. And you know what? I'm going to work my way down. This is an 8.5 by 11. I think I've made this one before recently. But then there's a one sheet DSP bag out of a 12 by 12. So I will, yeah, I'll work my way through these. I don't, like I said, I have no idea how old these little recipes are. If I had to guess, probably 10 years. But it's fun to find a treasure like that in your craft room and then be like, let's make this and let's see what this looks like. So this is, I had to actually cut it out on just regular white paper just to even remember how this went together, because I remember vaguely it was a unique box. It's definitely a different type of box, because it's called a falling box because you put it together and these little tabs basically tuck in from the front and lay over it, and so that when you pull this up, this part of the box falls down and then you see what's in it. So it's kind of like almost like a shadow box, but with a lid on it. So when you pop it up, it kind of pops down. It's hard to explain. We're just going to work through it and then you'll see. Okay. But it's a cool one. Like, it's not one that, that's my work schedule. It's not one that you see all the time, that's for sure. And I couldn't tell you years ago where I found this, because it's been so long. But I know that we're going to start with a 8 by 11 inch. Okay, so we just have to cut off a 1/2 inch strip, which, you know, I love making projects with those. And then we're going to do some scoring. Okay, so this is our second creation. So we'll call this day 20, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to score on the long side. We're going to score at 1, 3, 6, and 8. Okay, then we're going to do a little rotate, and we're going to score at 2, and we're going to score at 6. Okay, this is the base of it. Now I did, again, you could stamp all over this so that you had like a beautiful, say, floral pattern or stars or, you know, whatever critters, that whatever you want to put on this box, you could do that. Or you could decorate it up. So I'm going to try decorating it up in like some tone on tone. But first, because it's kind of a unique box, I want to make sure that I cut it all properly and I end up with my pieces on the right side, basically, because I haven't made this one in a while. Okay, so I've got a little template to where we're going to be going with this. And as you can see, these little tabs that stay on the edges, on the corners, they just throw me off, because it's like you always cut off the corner tabs, right? When we're doing certain things, or you cut into them. So that's why I just want to make sure that I put everything in the right spot. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting, what I do know is I'm going to be cutting down all of the score lines on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to burnish these so that it's nice and clear to be able to see, like that. So I will give everything a burnish. This cardstock is Calypso Coral, one of my favorite colors. Okay. Now, has anyone here made this following box before? Anybody? No? Let me know if you've made this before. I'm going to cut up here. I know we're going to be like chopping away some sections of these tabs, and I'm just going to pop it out there now. I'm going to give away another one of the July Fun Folds, that kind of front interlocking fun fold that I showed you at the beginning. And if you want to drop a little comment, I'm going to take comment number 12, starting right now. Who have I got here at the bottom? I've got Annette. Hello from Ontario. Hello, Annette. So you are going to be starting off with 1, and we're going to see. We're going to do, what did I just say, 12? Yeah, we're going to do 12. That gives me time to figure out my cutting here. Okay, so I'm going to start cutting away. This is the area here. The big panel falls down. So I'm going to need to cut that section out for sure. That much I know. That I do know. So we're going to get rid of those. Okay. Make sure I cut straight. Always helps. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in kind of tab by tab here. We are going to miter these ones, and we're going to shimmy this way, shimmy this way, and we're going to shorten it up just a little bit so it's not so bulky. Okay, like that. Okay. So again, we're going to do a little shimmy, shimmy, and shorten. So we're looking like maybe I'm taking off a third. Okay. All right. That's what we got so far. Okay. A new box. Okay. I know this is. So has anyone, I didn't read, did anyone make this falling box before? Maybe, maybe not. New box? Nope, I don't think so. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to count these. Annette was 1. We got Kathy 2, Margaret 3, Gail 4, Annette 5, Kim 6, Carol 7, Janet 8, Tracy 9, Annette 10, Lynn 11, Barbara Anderson. You are number 12. Lucky number 12. Your name's going on a bag. Going on a bag, being mailed out. Now, for Tracy, I have your contact info, so I can definitely, I'm trying to think if I have your, just set private message. I know I've got your address somewhere, Tracy, but private message me. Same, Barbara, I will need private message me. Don't pop it in the feed here. Private message me. I need an address to ship this out to, but I also need an email address because I have the full instructional video that I will send you so that you can use it to make the cards. You can create with me with the video. Okay. Congratulations. Okay. We got 2 winners so far. We got 1 more still, but first we got to do this. Okay. So with this tab, this is what threw me off, but I think it's because you don't want large tabs inside the shadow box. So see how this tab here, close to this little skinny one we're keeping, actually is smaller. And I think you cut it down because you don't want a big tab inside the box that's going to be kind of open, right? So I think this is why this one is shorter, so it's supposed to be hidden a little bit more. Like I said, we're going to find out. I love it. You guys are on this journey with me. I'm trying to think if there's anybody who may have actually been at whatever class we did. I know it was because if I wrote it out like this, it would have been an in-person class, because back in the day, now I'm sounding like my mom. Back in the day, before I guess COVID, I didn't do online classes. I mean, I did tutorials, but I didn't do, or I did lives. I was starting to do lives. Isn't that crazy? I was starting to do lives, but I didn't do any online classes where I did Zooms or anything like that. So this would have been, and I didn't type things up on the computer because that was just too techy for me. So that's why I know this is very old. And so it would have been an in-person class that would have just been like, come and learn like some boxes, 2 boxes and 2 bags. So I'm trying to think if Barb was here, maybe she would have been at this. She may have remembered this. Okay. All right. So now I think we start from here and we just start creating the main part of the box. So I'm going to add my tabs, and then this is going to go in like this, I think. Yes, I think that's how it goes. So we are going to need to put our adhesive on this side. Okay. I love that you are wearing a cute. I don't know if I'm wearing I guess I am wearing a hat because Tracy. I'm wearing a hat because I just finished a workout, and you guys would not want to see me without the hat. It would be a scary sight. All right. Picture of the instructions. Absolutely. I will post. I will do up, like, I'll mark this one up and I will post it with the finish, the actual finish bag, or the finished full falling box. I am frozen here for some reason. Let's see. I don't know why that would be. Just move my camera a bit. Don't know why I froze for a moment. It's not like I had something coming in. Okay, so let's put up our sides. I hope this turns out, everyone. Okay. If you're just joining in, we're going a little longer today because I didn't go live yesterday and we are in our 25 days of lives. So this, we did a simple box, personalized it with some letters for my girls for their birthday. I'll show you those in a second. And then now we're doing like an old recipe that I found. And this is a falling box. And it just intrigued me because I don't recall too much about this. Okay, so that is going to be like that. I think I need a little clearance. So I'm going to trim up this. And I think for these to be able to tuck in, I'm going to have to trim these down a little bit. We're going to see as we go. But do you see what's happening so far? We have like a box, and then we have this piece. And then we have this piece that's going to fold down. But these sides are going to tuck in to the side of here to keep this panel up. Okay, so when it opens up, then this panel falls down. And it actually sits like this here. It sits like this, and you have your goodies in there. So you can't put in here something, I mean, I guess you could. You could fill it full of candy this way, seal it off, and then when they open this tab up and this comes down, all the stuff would fall out, right? So that might be kind of fun depending on what you put in the box, right? So anyways, let's decorate it up and we're going to see what it's going to look like all finished. I think it's going to look quite cute once it's all finished. It's just a matter of getting to this point because you have to think about it a little differently. Because it's a different than our standard box. But it's fun to learn something new, right? Okay, that one is almost out. I'm going through all of my old glues. Let's see, I've got this one too. Nope, I officially need another glue. Those are done. Yeah, I got one. Okay, I got this one here. I put my glues, I store them in little glue holders or just in an area where they stand so that the tip that I use is down, so all the glue goes down to the end, and that way I can, as they're kind of running out or they're getting low, at least I can line them up and I can get the last little bit out of all of the containers so I don't end up wasting any, right? Okay. Hold on. Now I can't remember which one it was, ladies. I think it's this one. It has a little bit. Yep. This one has some still. Okay, so now I'm going to decorate up the sides. Like I said, you could end up doing stamping on all the sides as well. I'm gonna find something that is gonna be the perfect. This is gonna be one of those boxes you have to have the perfect gift to put in it. I'm gonna figure out something I'm gonna fill it with, and then I'll do a little video of like opening it up and the stuff falling out. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna put this across here. There we go. I've never heard of it. I know it's an old one. I'm giving it new life. So we can also, the nice thing is you can, I should actually put some paper on the top too, I think. But you can decorate up the top, and you could notch this little piece here so people know to, I have my my little circle So I'm going to notch it away so that you know that's where you need to pull up. Otherwise you might not know that, right? So we'll do a little notch out of there so people know that that's where you got to pull up. Now, the one thing is you're going to have to make sure that these are going to be able to tuck in easily into it. And those are too long to do that. So I'm going to trim these down, maybe a third, and we'll go again and see if it makes it easier. You need them long enough that it's going to secure this part in, right? There we go. See, look at that. So there we have the box front. Okay. This part is going to pop down. So you've got treasures in there. Picture like, I don't know, candy or something good, right? And then you pull this up and it's going to have, if it's got stuff in it, then this is going to open up and the stuff is going to fall out. Okay. So yeah, there is your falling box. So this will fall down and your stuff will fall out. So this is what's going to hold whatever it is in there until they open it up. And if you have something like, if you really want to fill this, it's going to be fun to fill this full of some sort of candy that will fall out easily, right? But if you really want to fill this, then what I would do, like if you're going to cram it full, then I would actually maybe do a bow in this direction and tie a pretty bow on the top. So therefore they would undo the bow, pull this up, and the stuff would fall out. Okay. So there is your falling box. Okay. I did grab some of these beautiful leaves that were left over from when I did that card with all the monochromatic leaves on it and the white texture. So I might put just a white textured piece up here. And then because this has leaves on it, I'll bring in the different colors and we'll decorate it up. I'll do a little bow. I'll fill it full of stuff. What a cute card. Would be perfect. Yes, see? Right occasion. Easter. This would be cute with Easter, with a little Easter bunny on the top. And then open it up and a whole bunch of the foiled eggs would fall out, or mini eggs. Oh my God, I love mini eggs. Cadbury cream eggs, especially if you get the package of the little tiny mini ones. This type of box would be perfect for that. In fact, I might make it again around one of those seasons, because then we can fill it full of treats. You could do, but you could do Christmas foil ones in there. Like we love the Christmas bells and little balls that you get from Purdy's, right? You could fill it up for Christmas. That would be cute too. Okay. That was fun to make that again, because I have not made that for years, but I definitely want to take some time to figure out how to decorate it up the way I would want to. So I think I will add another strip on here of some sort of pattern paper, or even just a white texture. I'm going to add some prettiness to the top so it looks beautiful. You wouldn't want to attach too much here, because this is like the drop part, right? Hershey's Kisses, that would be perfect too. Yes. Yeah. Halloween. That's right. Halloween candy coming up. Look at you guys, full of great ideas. Always full of great ideas here. But yeah, you could do, it would be kind of cute for Halloween, and do like boo, put some letters and do a little boo on the front, and then yeah, have like all sorts of treats. So without stuff in it, it's not going to fall, right? You need the stuff in there to make it fall open, right? You could make it look like a haunted house. Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah, you could. Because we have got all those, even those kits that we've got right now that have like all of the pieces for the, you know, some Halloween stuff in it. You could put, I mean, you could put Halloween figurines. You could put, you know, stamped images on here, or die cut stamped images, Halloween images, like a little mummy and a pumpkin, that sort of stuff on here. You could decorate up this, we're going to call it a trap door, because that's what it is. You don't realize it's going to open, but you could decorate that up and then it could fall down. So it would look cute on the front, like just a cute little edged box, and you could decorate up the bottom of it and tie it up with a little bow. Yeah, it's going to be fun to work with. So I will post the recipe for this one, and I would love to see what you guys end up making with this falling box. I think we should call it a trap door, really, but falling box. Yeah, see what you come up with, because decorated right, it's going to be fantastic, right? Okay, my project for today is making a Halloween themed one. I love it, Janet. You have to share with us how that turns out. We would love to see that. Any ideas you have. Like I said, I'll post this one and then in the directions, and then you can pop in the feed what yours end up looking like. Get creative. It just makes you look in a different way, and you have to decorate it in a different way, right? Okay, so there is a pretty S and K for my Sarah and Katie. 29 on the 12th, crazy. And then, yeah, I'm gonna have some fun figuring out this one for sure. It reminds me of having to do, oh my gosh, this is gonna take you back. In elementary school, I forget what you called them, but you had to like convert a shoebox, right? Put it on its side and convert a shoebox into like a diorama thing where you had, whether you were studying some ecosystem or space or whatever it was, where you would open up the box and you would have like a solar system hanging down in there, or, you know, mountains and a volcano. And that's what it reminds me of, like when you see it open up like that. Anyways, I don't know why that came to my mind, but there we go. Okay, so I was gonna show you all of the designs for the Gallery Blooms. So if you're doing the live with me tomorrow, I'm gonna walk you through how to make 8 of them, and then you'll have the PDF for the rest though. But I thought I would show you what this looks like, because I did post that I just finished this one off. And that way, if you want to grab the PDF in the video, you can do that. This is how my PDFs, how I have them laid out. They're so clear to use. Let me see, all sorts of diorama. Yes, that is it. That's what that reminds me of. And you could do a little mini one of something. That would be cute. It would be fun for 12 days of Christmas. Open up each one. Yes, it could. I wonder, I just had another idea. I wonder if you could attach, I think you could attach, make like 12 of these and figure out a shape to glue them so that they were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doesn't quite work out. I was thinking like to make them in the shape of a tree, or you could just do like 3, 6, 9, 12, but you could glue the boxes actually together. And then at the front, you could have the number, pull it up, and they would open up for an advent calendar, right? Like you could do that, but you could do 12 days of Christmas. Yeah. Figure out a recipe for a tree shaped one. You could do different, I mean, if you really wanted to get custom, you could do different widths of them too. So it could end up, you could end up forming it into a tree shape. That's going to be a project for somebody. I'll leave that one to you guys. All right. So this is what my PDFs look like. You always have a little intro. You got all your pictures. And then each page, this was a certain layout, but there's 2 different ones. Each one has all of your measurements on exactly how to cut all of your pieces, and then it goes step by step on putting it together, the stamping, the assembling. Okay, if you end up needing, I must have got glue, a little bit of a glue dot in between a couple pages here. If you end up needing, you know, like this one is a Z fold, then I just have little pictures on where the pieces go. So it is very easy to follow, and it does walk you through like every single one of them. Then these are the bonus cards. We got 9, 10. These are extra ways. I wanted to highlight ways in which you could just use landscape paper, right? Because landscape paper is a little bit trickier. It's hard to figure out what to do with it. So that is the PDF. And then there's it ended up being 2.5 hours, the video. And I created the 8 cards and then just explained how I cut with the extra sheets, those 4 extra designs. So there's 12 different designs. These aren't in order. Those are the bonus ones there. But we have got, these are what, if you're doing the class tomorrow, this is what you're making. So those are using the dies. So it does use the Gallery Bloom dies in it. So if you do not have the bundle, then you would just have to, you could still use the layouts. You just have to figure out a different way to use them, right? With different products. That's one that we cut out and stamp. That's a different layout with that one. Different ways of cutting the paper. 2 little Z folds. And then it also walks you through. So those ones I actually create on the video step by step. It's like I'm sitting beside you. And then these just have the PDF designs. So that's just different ways in which to cut the papers so that when you're using, like look at that, when you're using a scene, when you're making a scene, these papers are fabulous. And I just also felt like there was 12 gorgeous papers within these beautiful gallery sheets. They're 6x6. And so I wanted to make something with every single one. It was a challenge I had for myself and I love them. So then again, like look at how beautiful that is because of the paper, right? The paper just is stunning. This is the opposite side, uses it a full card front. So it is, it'll walk you through all this, cutting a slice down one side, texturing, and then inserting, shrinking it down and inserting it back. See the texture in the background? Inserting it back into the photo, right? So it just, the PDF kind of walks you through the cutting of everything, and then the video walks you through making the 8 cards, okay? And then there's directions for cutting those last 4. So you will find that in the PDF store. And I've got, like I said, all of the ones from January until August there. So if you want any of those, you can grab them. I'm going to give away one last fun fold. Let me just grab it. And thank you guys for joining me. Got a little bit of a longer visit today, and yeah, it was fun to kind of walk down memory lane for me. I got my 2 boxes made for my girls, so that's perfect. I'm going to go out today and find some little extra things to put in there. And then, yeah, it's going to be a challenge decorating up. Great ideas. People have been popping in for that falling box. It's a unique box, so it'll be good to decorate it up. All right, one fun fold. Last one. And then tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow is going to be a fun fold is what I'm going to demonstrate, and it is going to be a pop-up gift card holder. Okay, so again, it's a really cool one that, yeah, I found a sample of it from years ago. I'm having a good time going through some old boxes and recreating some designs that I have not seen for years. So tomorrow you're going to see the pop-up gift card holder. And yeah, I think you're gonna love it. Okay, if I get a chance, I will actually put down some measurements so that you can create along with me. I'll take a picture and then you can have the pieces ready to go for tomorrow. So I'll try and do that this afternoon. All right, okay, so let's go for, we're just gonna go for number 5. Okay, number 5, somebody start us off. We're gonna give away one more fun fold. This is the interlocking front card. So like I said, in here is 3 envelopes with the pieces to create the 3 cards that I showed you at the beginning. These are them here. These guys right here. They do a little Interlocking like that. Okay, so let's see who is going to get this. Margaret is number 1. Sarah is number 2. Michelle is number 3. What did I say? Did I say 4? I think I said 4. Oh, I think I said 5. 5. I think I said 5. I'm going with 5. Okay, so let's see. Margaret, Sarah, Michelle. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is Kim. Gail, you are number 5. Congrats. Okay, Gail. Popping it down. I do have your information. I'm trying to think if I've got your email address. I believe I do. If not, I'll contact you. But your name is on it. We will pop those in. I'm headed to the postal today after lunch. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. We're going to have some fun, some birthday fun, creative fun. For all of you that are doing the class tomorrow morning, I am looking forward to it. If you want to do, anyone wants to do September's, which is the Scenic Adventure bundle, I'm going to be finishing off that today, but I have got 3 kits left is all that I have for that. And the registration, I didn't pop my link in the description for this one, but I will pop my link in the description. So therefore, you can check on there. You'll know where my PDF store is. You'll know where to sign up for the September class if you want to do that one. And yeah, there's a link to my online store as well, which we have the color sale on right now. And the color sale, it's not just like, say, cardstock, ink, blending pens, designer series paper. Like, it's not just the actual colors, it's designer series papers and products that actually have an in color in them or are based on in colors. So like Lori and I, I have to let you know about this too. Lori and I, Lori Bradley from St. Louis, we did the birthday fancy. I actually have a full PDF for that one if anyone that has alternative projects for that kit. But that one is on sale because there is in colors within that kit. So that kit is on sale. So if you go on the online store and you go to specials, you'll be able to see everything that is within the in color sale that's going on right now. Okay. Quite a few have already registered for my holiday and paper share, which is the ribbons, the paper, and some Shaker Gold stars. And then I'm throwing in 20 card bases, a little sampler of two-tone cardstock, and a package of embellishments as gifts. I can only do this within Canada because I'm a Canadian demonstrator, and that is just the rules of Stampin' Up. But I talked to my friend Lori, who I collaborate with, and we do some online classes so that we can bring Canadians and people from the US together to create. And she says, because I had a couple people from the US ask me, like, well, how can I get the paper share? So we were talking, and she was just getting a paper share ready. So she has decided to do the exact same paper share that I am doing. So all of the same products, you get exactly the same stuff, but she is doing it so that people from the US can get the exact same paper share. Okay, so on the link in the description, again, I'll add that link up there in a second, you will have the link for the paper share, and then down at the bottom of in it there will be a link for anyone that is from the US who wants to do that paper share. Okay, just because I had a few of you reach out to me about that. So it is now available for you. And then Lori will put it together and she will ship it to you from where she is, okay, in the States. All right. Okay, have a great weekend. See you tomorrow. Fun full day, Sunday. Bye.